We sat down with David to ask about Know Indo and his hopes for 2023. What is Know Indo?
Yeah, Know Indo is an organization that really has a heart to be helpful. Our vision is to empower local communities to know their purpose, potential, and worth. And although that's extremely general, we see it being very practical every single day to work with people here in Indonesia. And it's just such an amazing country that we want to share with all of our friends that don't live here or have not visited yet. We want to share about the culture, the beliefs, just this amazing, beautiful country. And so we came up with the name of an organization called Know Indo, so people can truly experience it and know this beautiful place we get to call home.
What things does Know Indo focus on, and what impact do you hope to have?
Yeah, when we started Know Indo, we didn't really know exactly how it would take shape, where we would work, the structure, the forms that it would take on. We just started it with a vision to be helpful to people and to share this beautiful country with others. And it's taken a lot of different forms throughout the years. We have worked with local artisans to make products that reflect their culture with their specific touch and love and creativity kind of fused into the products and to tell the story. And during COVID, we were not able to ship stuff out of the country. And so we kept with the same thing of trying to be helpful, and we were able to work with local communities. And although we weren't exporting things, we still figured out a way to generate income to be able to be helpful to the people that are here, that we see every day, our neighbors in different communities all throughout Indonesia. Yeah, and when the pandemic hit, it was I think disorienting for everybody as to what was going to happen, how long would this last, and shipping the products that our artisans were working on became extremely challenging, and for a long period of time it was not possible. And so we kind of had to pivot and try to think through how could we still stay true to who we are at Know Indo and be beneficial and helpful to the communities that we work in, yet with not the same business model. And so we gathered people and talked and said, okay, what can we still do? What can we do to be helpful? And through that, again, it took on a form that we never, from the beginning, never planned. It wasn't part of our strategy or the roadmap or even the business plan to start working alongside families to help pay for their kids to continue going to school. And so, in 2020, 2021, 2022, we started really working alongside schools and principals and village leaders to continually be helpful. And we were able to make it in a way, story tell the meaning that was behind that to potential donors and people that still wanted to be part of the work of Know Indo. And so we were still able to generate revenue, income, so that we could pass that on to people who needed it. And that took on a whole form within itself. It's not because we had this genius plan, but we just stayed true to who we feel like we're supposed to be, and that is to be helpful to people, to be kind to them, see potential and purpose in them, and come alongside and work hard to try to unearth that. And so that's some of the things that we've been able to do, and it's become a big part of Know Indo and what we do day in, day out. And our staff members get to tell stories of the families that receive support, and just the encouragement that is, particularly in the last couple of years, and the challenges that brought, and the loneliness and not knowing how to make ends meet. And so that's taken on a whole form of work, and that we never anticipated, but we love it because we think it's fulfilling the thing that we set out to do, and that was simply to be helpful to people.
What values do you want to share with people through Know Indo?
I think one of the things that we continually are excited about is to be able to give people opportunities, to whether that's through work or conversation, sitting down with them in their home, talking about the purpose that they have, the innate purpose that they have, the potential that we see in them that maybe yeah, maybe they don't see, maybe they've never had somebody tell them that they're valuable, that they're meaningful, that they're important, that their life truly could become something that is beyond their wildest dreams. And it's not necessarily so that they themselves will just become this amazing person, but so that they will, step into the purpose that's given to them, and that they will be helpful to the people around them and truly make Indonesia fulfill its potential. This country has so much potential, and many times, I know for myself, I've been able to step into some of my potential because I've had somebody tell me that they see it in me long before I was able to see it. And I still have a long way to go. I'm still in process, but I just know the value of somebody coming alongside you and saying, hey, you actually have purpose, you have potential, you have value and worth. And so that's really kind of our hope, is to be that person, that organization that, we do business and we do tourism and we do a lot of different initiatives, but really the heartbeat is to sit down with people, hear about their dreams, and figure out a way that we can help them and serve them and love them and develop that God-given potential.
If you could choose one word to describe Know Indo, what would it be?
Yeah, I think if I heard somebody talking about our organization, I hope a word, or maybe the primary word that they would feel, is that we are helpful.
What are your hopes for Know Indo in 2023?
Yeah, and I think going forward with Know Indo, our hope and who we are, the DNA, the culture of the organization, it is the same. It's to work hard and to be helpful and to continually tell people about the purpose, potential, and worth that they have. And that's going to take on new forms, I'm sure, that I'm not even aware of. But a couple of the things that we're extremely excited about is to introduce more products from some of the new areas that we're currently working in, and to bring those kind of back online as shipping prices from Indonesia drop. But one of the other things that we've seen that's been very beneficial and helpful to the people here in Indonesia is when guests from America, from Australia, New Zealand, Europe, when they come and visit, and we have a tour set up that will introduce them to the true culture. I think working in Bali, a lot of people have kind of this idea of what Bali is. It's these 5-star resorts and, sitting by the infinity pool, drinking coconuts and rainbows and sunshine every day. And there is an element of that in Bali, but the type of tours that we set up in Bali and East Java and other places in Indonesia, we set up an experience for people that's a lot more meaningful, because that's great to go to a nice hotel and you can enjoy that, but I think when you actually go into the people's homes and see what their lives are like, and just the simplicity that still exists here, even though it's become developed in kind of a desired travel destination, I think people really miss out on what Indonesia truly is, and the opportunity to truly know it and experience the rich culture that is here when they just stay in their hotel. And so the type of tours that we set up, we host guests from really anywhere that want kind of the off the grid, almost like a behind the scenes, even though most of Indonesia is that, the resorts and the flash and the bling and the kind of high life that sometimes can get portrayed as Bali. That's not really Indonesia. So looking forward, we really have a good plan on how to be able to receive guests and integrate that into kind of the culture that exists here for Know Indo. And so if you want to come visit, contact us, send us a message through our website or on social media, and we would love to have you come out and truly experience Indonesia and the rich culture and the beliefs and the food and the beauty, and first and foremost, the amazing people. And you could be used to convey and communicate that, every person does have purpose. Every single person does have value. And so if you want to come, if you want to see more of the upcoming products, if you want to know more about our organization, we love talking about Indonesia and sharing this beautiful place that God's created with people. we feel so honored to be able to live here. It's a big blessing to me, to my family, and we really do love living in Indonesia because of the special place that it is. And I think even greater than that, it's because we see a place that doesn't fully yet realize their purpose, potential, and worth. And so, yeah, we have meaning. We feel like we have meaningful work to do here, and we would love to share that with our friends, with our family, and with you if you consider coming out, visiting, and we'll take care of all the details so that you don't have to worry about visas and traveling and booking hotels or homestays or transportation. We take care of all of that. Our staff here is fantastic. We take care of all that so that you can truly know Indo, so that you can experience it and that you can taste it and feel it and see it. And we really believe it's a life-changing trip. Our first time visiting here, my wife and I felt like, yeah, we were supposed to go and visit different countries and try to figure out how to pave a new path going forward with our lives and use it to be helpful. And out of all the countries that we visited, Indonesia, it was so clear that this is a place we could call home, and we could see our lives being useful here. And that's really our hope and our goal, is for our lives to be useful and to create an organization that is helpful to people and honoring to people and dignifying to people. And that's what we're trying to do here at Know Indo.